Troy Kearns, real estate investor, bringing it to you from my Raptor in Platte County, Missouri. We got a big old crack on the windshield here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but interesting story about that. If you have not watched my video on the property I bought on Rainbow, check it out. You'll see that I actually made a deal with Safelite where I'm going to get this windshield repaired for free, so that's kind of cool. But we are on our way to go check out our new build that we've been building for over a year now almost. You'd think we'd be done, but we're not. No matter who you hire, whether it's your lumber guy, whether it's your framer guy, everybody's in this together. Some guys are not, right? Some guys are just like in it to make a buck and move on. Alan's he was the most expensive, I think, of the bids, but you get what you pay for sometimes. I'll be honest with you, we stuck with him because he was the most consistent, he was the most responsive, even before he had our business, and now he's got our business. This was kind of an idiot idea, right? This little closet right here, we should have just pushed this out, in my opinion. Like, we have a bathroom right here that's tight. You could have had a big bathroom and no closet.
You could have framed this in and put a little closet here, a little linen closet.
It's still gonna look good.
But again though, you've got people coming in the front door, you've got guests coming over, it's winter time, it's a coat closet.
So let's talk about one of the biggest mistakes that we possibly could have made. This is where our architecture plans were insufficient in my opinion, and even though we approved them, I believe that should have been something that we talked about, like, hey, that's a little bit too small for a big ass house, but literally our master stopped right here. It would be the smallest master bedroom I've ever seen. And if you look, because our architect did do a really cool design, you don't have anywhere to go. We couldn't push this way, we couldn't push that way. So what we did is we pushed straight out, what actually ended up being a really good decision, because now we have a deck. Because that's the only thing we're gonna do to make it look good is build a deck. You always try to turn a negative into a positive no matter what the cards you're dealt. It was on the fly change. If we were looking at our master bedroom stopping here, we got big problems. Yeah. We got big problems. Now, have things really slowed down since COVID for everybody?
No.
No, I mean like in terms of the building speed.
Yes,
right?
Because of getting help, that seems to be the biggest.
Nobody wants to work, right?
Nobody wants to work.
Another change that we made right here, we designed this to be a theater room with a hidden door. So the hidden door was right here, and we realized our theater room is way too small and the hidden room is not that cool when you got a small theater room. So
why not let the light in? Enjoy the scenery.
Yeah, so that was another Alan suggestion. It's like, well, we're gonna put the TV on this wall now. We're putting the TV there now. Little door over here now. That'll be our AV room, and this whole situation is going now. So how much was the lumber bid on this property?
180. Right now we're probably right around 120,000.
So we're 120,000 into it so far. What was it pre-COVID?
You were probably 80 or 90,000, somewhere around there.
So if we had bought this, or if we had built this property prior to COVID happening, we could have bought the lumber package for $80 or $90,000. So we're like $100,000 more just because market conditions, new president, and whatever else. Yeah. Does that mean your commissions are going up though?
Not really.
All right, so we're putting a little 3.0 right there, right?
3.0 door. We're gonna try to make this as hidden as possible. So it's gonna have self-closing hinges on it so that it'll just, when you throw something in there, it'll close behind them. You can put some slats or something on the wall here, but we're gonna make it a flush, basically a flush panel door. So the door's just gonna be flat, no design or anything on it. Cool. So that you can blend it into the wall.
Fireplace here, how much for the fireplaces, Eden? We got two of them. $8,000 for two fireplaces.
We brought the doors down. The doors were originally on the plan were a 7-foot tall door, but in this marketplace, 7-foot tall doors are very uncommon. So generally it's a 6'8" and a 8-foot tall doors are the ones that are most common in this marketplace. Because we have 9-foot ceilings in the basement, we decided let's drop these doors down to 6'8", save a little bit of money. You can't tell the difference.
So originally the doors were 7 foot tall. They were framed incorrectly, but the reality is we didn't need 7-foot doors because our ceiling height is only 9 foot, which makes it kind of look funky anyways. So we dropped them down to be 7-foot doors with a 9-foot ceiling. So no harm, no foul on that one. The other architectural flaw that I found that we made is we really didn't design this for an HVAC system with the actual prefabricated flooring joists. Do they make those bigger?
They do make those bigger.
So if we had them bigger, we'd be able to run ductwork through them a little bit easier.
Probably, yeah.
So what should we have put up there?
They're 16-inch. We probably should have gone 18 or even 24-inch.
So we should have had a 24-inch so that we could have run all of our ducts, dropped no ceilings. Yeah. And that is something that as we're building our new home here right now, I'm like, oh, okay. The architect should have talked to the HVAC guy, or the HVAC guy should have talked to the architect, because yeah, pre-engineered flooring joists are great unless your guys cut through them, which our guys have not, because we had it inspected, which you know is a major problem. I found out from the building inspector, if they cut through a floor joist, you got to get an engineer out here. You got to do all sorts of things.
Yeah, it's not as complicated of a fix as it used to be, but we got lucky. We don't have to do anything.
What is this all about?
Liability.
Liability.
Everybody wants to wash their hands of liability.
Everybody wants to push the liability on. So the reason that they sold us these floor joists is because it takes the liability off the lumber company. The lumber company says, hey, you know what? We sold you engineered flooring joists, and that's responsible of the engineer. All right, so this is the breezeway we're walking through. We close this in. So just to walk you through real quick, we got our washer and dryer room, and this is a new addition. We just closed in my access to it. And so this is hers closet. She's got access to it, but I no longer do. We meet Edgar, he's the framer. Hola. This is the closet right here. And then this will be the bathroom. A double vanity here, big shower here, toilet here, some sort of a mini bar issue there, even though we don't drink. And then this is the big extension. This is the master. So we got a really big master now. It was gonna be a really small master. It was just gonna come to right here. From here to here is all new. So originally the window was right here, and I walked in this place and I said, we made a big mistake right here. The cost of the HVAC, $62,000. The cost of the windows, $62,000. Lumber, $180,000. You heard it from our guy. So right up here, we have got our garage loft. This is gonna be a bathroom right down in here where he's at. We'll have a full bathroom right there with a dog wash. So this whole area right here is my office. The reason why the HVAC is so expensive is we've got literally 5 units. We have a furnace right here, got lots of wiring going. These guys are stringing this place together. This is the actual office. So you walk through this front door right here. This is where I'm gonna be typing, sending out emails. It's all happening right here. This is where I go to get away from my kids and my wife. If they really want to come bug me, I put my phone on silent and I just wait for someone to come up here. So no, this is really cool. I'm excited about it. One of the things that we mentioned before is the guys actually put the wrong windows in here. When I got up here, I was really disappointed, to be honest with you. I didn't say nothing to anybody. We were walking and it was all done. The windows were all the way up here and it stopped to about here. So that was my view. I didn't say anything to anybody. We were all up here and I'm looking, I'm on, I can see the pond if I look up. The pond is right there, and that's the whole point of having this beautiful view right here, is to look at that pond, and I wasn't gonna be able to look at the pond. So this is my office. We got our pond back, we're good. The second thing that I was gonna do is I was gonna make this a bathroom. After talking to my wife and several people, they said, that's a really stupid idea, Troy. Don't do that. You have a bathroom right down there. Why would you put 2 up here? I said, yeah, that's a good point. So we made this whole area open. So this is the lounge. My wife is the one telling me where stuff's going, and that's fine, because it's not about a happy wife, happy life. It's don't piss her off. Just kidding. The driving range is going right here. This will be a sitting area. She's working on some really cool chairs. What did it cost? The roofing was like $25,000. The HVAC, $65,000, $70,000. The electrical, $48,000, and those are not with fixtures. That's just the electrical. Rocks, $27,000. Just the framing, just the lumber to frame the house is $180,000. That doesn't include the cost of putting it in, which is gonna be about $60,000. The excavation, we paid the first guy $12,500. He sucked. He screwed it up completely, and he wouldn't come back and do it right, so we had to hire another guy, which we spent $27,500 just on the initial dig out, and then we spent another $11,000. The concrete, just forming all the walls, was $40,000, and then pouring it, the flat work, was another $30,000 and change. But these are approximates. It could be a little bit more usually. It's not under what I'm saying, okay? Garage doors, $7,000. How much was that shower head that you ordered? The shower head was $500. The front door that we're putting in is $8,000. We have 2 fireplaces. They are $8,000. Prior to COVID, all that stuff would have been about a third to half the price. So originally, I projected that the house would cost me $650,000. Oh, by the way, I didn't even tell you guys this. I got denied on my loan. This is all coming cash out of my pocket. So I am broke right now. Why am I broke? Because I buy houses, and anytime I have a house to buy, I buy it. And I just kind of keep working. I've got great cash flow, so I can recover really quickly from buying stuff, including overspending on the house. How much do you think this house is gonna cost me? I know it's not gonna be $650,000. I'm thinking it's gonna be closer to $1.2 million. What do you think it's gonna cost me to build the house? That doesn't include the price of land. It is what it is. And sometimes you just gotta keep pushing because we're in it, we're in it 100%. And the original guy that did our concrete was a good concrete guy, but he was super hard to get a hold of. He was just super hard to get a hold of. We should be finishing up this property, but just remember, if I got denied on a loan and I'm finishing up this house and we're building it ourselves, anything can happen. And then once the house is done, guess what? A bank will loan me the money. Let's talk about why I got denied for the loan. If I make all this money and blah, 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 that's what everybody's gonna say. Why'd you get denied on a loan? Are you broke? What's the problem? Well, here's how our system is rigged, and this is how our system is screwed up. Literally the day I got denied by my lender, by a guy I work with, he's like, I can't loan you the money. Why? My bookkeeper, who no longer works with me, and she's been great, she just screwed up a couple things on the way out. We had an automatic payment set up for Bank of America for the last 15 years. I've owned a house, and when I closed down my Merrill Lynch account because I got completely out of the stock market because it's been a total waste of money, it automatically got rid of my automatic pays. Bank of America calls me every time we do a charge that they don't like. They call me every time something happens on the account that they care about. But the minute you're late on a payment, they don't call you, they don't let you know on the website, they don't send you an email, they don't send you a text, they don't say nothing. They got every single way to get a hold of you, but they don't freaking call you when you've been a customer of theirs for 15 years, which they bought the freaking Bank of Countrywide, which is where I originally financed it for. They bought all that stuff for free. They got it all free from a government deal, but they didn't call us to let us know. And my bookkeeper missed it. She didn't go and consolidate, and a $250 payment that was basically rejected by Bank of America ended up costing me a loan on this house. I said, let's just go and let's just build it and let's just freaking figure out a way. When this house is finally freaking done and we figure out how much ever money we got into it, guess what? We're gonna go to a bank, we're gonna refinance it, and we're gonna pull all that money out. That's called a BRRRR, or in this case, it's called just pulling your money out of the property. So I wouldn't be putting all my money in the property if I didn't think I would get it out. You would be watching me do it if you didn't think I know what the hell I was doing. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you get started real estate investing. Make sure you share this video with a friend. You too can do whatever you put your mind to. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. Peace.